Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BJ Raymer with Glowing Jacks Carvings, and today I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on owls. They're one of my favorite things to make. I make a lot of them. They're always different. They don't ever look the same, anyways. This is just kind of like my way of doing it. Okay, we're going to jump right into this. All right. Yeah, I already got you all ready. Yeah, like we're going to try to do this. No theatrics type stuff. Anyway, so we got our log here. It's about 4 inches at the top, 12-inch total length here. Probably around 5 inches at the base for all of those that need to know measurements. What we're gonna start off doing on our owl is, one, we're gonna go ahead and put a line down the middle. I'm gonna be making more of a great horn type owl. We're gonna put a line down the middle of our owl. That way it kind of keeps us symmetrical with the eyes and the face a little bit later on. Next, put a line down through the middle and the front side, and then establish where you want your bottom to be, like where you want its feet to be at. You know, I want the feet to be right here in this area. That way it's, you know, the body ratio is kind of a little bit more set right. So the feet's going to be right there in that area. And I know how their faces kind of go, or at least I think I do. So it's going to be kind of like that. This is going to be the bottom of its head, and you'll have its beak right here. Okay, that's what that's representing right there. And then I like to kind of draw in where my wings are going to go. Okay, now all this drawing is just the drawing. It's just so it kind of keeps you prepared and kind of keeps you on track. So that's what we got so far. Let me get fired up here. All right, you may be thinking I did that really quick on a bunch of different cuts, but all I did was really just follow my lines. You know, I made this wing stand out right here on where I want it to go. I put my V in my head right here, and that's just kind of for my own reference. I'm just getting everything reference. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get the scale down right now. Got the wing right here. I got my base where I want it to kind of stop, so I don't make it too tall of an owl. That way it doesn't look kind of silly. And did the same over here. Got my wing kind of cut out where I want it to be. And then I kind of slimmed down the head right here. This next steps, we're going to be removing this face right here a little bit. I'm going to be bringing in this base right here at this bottom. That way we have this shape. And we're going to be cutting into the wings, and we're going to kind of make it look like it goes underneath. There's space right here underneath these wings as well. All right, let's get to it. Right here, we're just kind of making that back part where you see their faces kind of stick out a little bit more. So that's all I was doing right there, is bringing that one forward into there, and that way it has this ridge now. And it has like a little lip here for the nose, and we'll start removing this. But I did this over here too, and you'll see me remove this real quick. And then just, this is where like the horns are gonna be. One horn here, one horn here. Let's come together real quick. Like I said, this is just kind of a quick version. way, no, nothing too special going on behind. All I'm really gonna be doing now is shaping up. I got the main shape already set. We got its head put in. I already kind of know where everything's gonna be going with the head. Got its ears up here, the horn part, the horns, I guess. We know where its wings are. His feet, in case you're wondering, are gonna be right here, okay? That's why I do these now, because I wanna do the feet at the end. That way, I can take away wood right here and leave the feet exposed, and still everything's not out of place. But the back, we're not gonna be doing too much back here. It's just, you know, we're just gonna be showing the wings coming together, a little bit of a tail, if you will, down here. We're making an undercut. That way it gives a little bit of a, I don't know, making it look like there's space underneath there. And that's about it. Let's keep on rolling real quick on this. Right now, I'm just gonna make a mark where like the long feathers are gonna be going, and then the short feathers, okay? And you can use whatever design that you want on these. If you look at pictures of owls, you know, we're at a point where it's like, what's our owl gonna look like now? We got our shape, what's it gonna look like? And what I'm gonna just be doing is just like some straighter, it's all gonna be with saw, but nothing too fancy, okay? It's just some long sweeps down here on the bottom, and then short sweeps at a different angle, and that kind of differentiates, I think I said it right, gives you two different looks. You got, you know, movement going this way, movement going this way, because there'll be movement here too, and you don't want it to all blend together. So you have to have something that makes, yeah, where you look at it like, oh yeah, these are different looking feathers than up here. So that's what we're gonna do real quick. Make an undercut for your loud. Then we're going to come at like an angle going back through the feathers. See, it wasn't anything too fancy, just, you know, just some long feathers right there. All right, that's gonna kind of do it for our feathers right now. And it's not that we're done with the feathers, it's just, let me wipe you off. Hang on, stay with me. All right, it's not that we're done with the feathers, it's just that we're gonna retouch them up here in just a little bit, but that's kind of like the basis of it. You know, we got our short feathers up here, our long sweeping feathers down here. You know, he's becoming owlish now. Looks like getting to his owlish. I got a little bit more work to do back here, but that won't take me just a minute. All right, so let's get kind of set up here. All right, something that I've learned over time is go ahead and use like a flap disc and get this, hit the face with the flap disc real quick, and that takes out any bumps or things that you just can't see, and that way you have more of a symmetrical, smooth area. All right, now that we got our smooth area, let's put our eyes in. Let's put them in. So as you can tell, we'll probably put one right here. Nose gonna go right here. Actually, let's do our nose first. I don't know. Yeah, that way we know where to put the eyes at. Let's do our nose. Eyes will be right in here. And then we'll put our nose right there. Let's do that first. I'm just going to use my eye cutter saber tooth. Okay, now we're gonna put its eyes in. After we got the nose in, got a little definition, we'll do some more finishing on that here in a minute. Let's use the, I'm using the eye cutter from Manpa. Now what I like to do, I like to come back with a Dremel and clean up around the eyes. All right, now that we got our eyes kind of punched in, and then we also making like the indentions right here, since I have the Dremel in my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and like add in detail around it, around its face, and just some little feather lines around its face. That needs to be brought up a little bit. That's a little bit too low. Not much, but just a little bit. So we're reworking that area. We'll do this side too here in a second when I get over there. And don't be scared when you're putting in these lines with this. I mean, you can mess up or whatever, and for the most part, you can turn it into something really unique looking. And gives it a lot of character around the face. And just press in, and kind of like the deeper you cut, the more it just kind of stands out. Because we'll be softening this up once we sand it. Get this one a little bit further back. I didn't like how far it was out. we go. See, now I gave some detail to his face. All right, now we're gonna take care of this head part and get this middle outside of here and clean up the head a little bit. Now we're just gonna soften up. Now that we got the head looking pretty good, I mean, it looks pretty decent right now, but we're gonna soften up these lines, you know, and kind of make everything flow in. I'm gonna do that with the Dremel. It's a little bit safer way of doing it. I don't wanna sit here and make a bad cut and just for the sake of using a chainsaw. I'm gonna use the Dremel, okay? Now the easiest way, I think, is to like draw a box where you think both front talons should be, because I got like 3, maybe more than that. Like 2 that you always see the 2 sticking up front and then one's in the back. Now if there's a third one, I'll have to research that, I don't know. But make a little box and then put a triangle, like a half triangle V in there, and that kind of gives you like the shape to start off with, and you can Dremel in and smooth it out. All right, now we can take our Dremel, now that we have where our feet are gonna be sticking out at, and we'll just clean those up and make them look like little talons real quick. Now, let's burn it. Now let's flap sand it. All right, well, that's pretty much it. He came out looking really good. Of course, I don't have any paint on him yet. Show you kind of all the sides, and really the main thing on these little owls is that we're just hitting the high points. You know, we're getting the feathers, having them have like a nice look all the way around, a little bit of detail, you know, giving it some characteristics that people just really like. And you can take them as far as you want and as much time as you want. You know, like on this little dude, he's actually even a little smaller, but you know, the lines and stuff that I decided to put in on him, you know, he has more detail, even though he's a smaller owl. Or you can go, you know, just different routes. Just different routes on however you want them to turn out. Anyways, I hope this helps you a little bit on making your owls. They're one of my favorite things to make. A lot of people like them. They always turn out different. I can't make 2 alike. So, you know, it's just something good, fun, different each time. I'm gonna add in some black, you know, and go ahead and airbrush some things on him. So I think that's really gonna make it, you know, pop and stand out more. And especially with this being cedar, once you put a clear coat on, it's really gonna make all the colors just so. All right, well, that's it for today. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you again. And everybody just be nice to everybody and just take care of each other. And y'all have a great day. Bye.